Well, there's always surprises around the corner when you have a young teen. All of a sudden, you notice he's talking about girl names more and more. That he seems to be infatuated with the girls that are in his peer group and in his school, which is surprising to you because just a year ago, he thought they were annoying. He didn't want anything to do with them. His perspective now has suddenly made a big turn. So what's happened here? Well, if he's 15 years or older, he's nearing the end of puberty and is about to be described as sexually mature. I know that's scary to hear, but that's how the biology works. Now, sexual centers in his brain have awakened, and there are new feelings and new thoughts that he's starting to experience. This is a time when you need to look back and remember that you helped him through potty training, you helped him through middle school, you walked with him through puberty, and now you're entering a new era where even as important, he needs you to walk with him through these days of early changes in his feelings and his sexual desires. Who better to talk these topics through with him than you? He would actually prefer to talk to you than anybody else. Now, you don't need a big talk. You know, I don't like big talks. You just need to have periodic conversations to explore what he's feeling and what his needs are. I have a couple of topics that you might want to consider. The first one is, what does it mean to be respectful to a girl? You know, we hope they figured this out just from looking at the relationship in your family, but it doesn't seem to work that way. They actually need conversations about respect and what it means to respect a girl just as a friend. Their relationship has now taken a big turn. Even if it's just a friend and not someone that he's particularly interested in, he still needs to know that now things change, that girls feel respected in different ways now, and help him to understand that. Well, who better to do that than a mom? Another reason I think it's important to start having these conversations with your young teenage son is that down the road he is going to be involved in a sexual relationship. You don't want to wait too long and think that if you say anything he might jump into a relationship. It really doesn't happen like that. He needs to get some information about this. He needs to know what the risks are. He needs to know how to determine when he's ready to take that step in a relationship. And you can say, well, he's only 15. Yes, he is only 15. But you need a couple years to really ground him in these concepts and be in there with him as he's being challenged sexually now that he is more mature. The third reason is that it's very important that we help our young sons to see the responsibility that they have, that when they decide it's time to have a sexual relationship, which obviously we hope is way down the road, that they participate in safe sex. I'm working on a new book for boys. It's called Sexual Maturity, and one whole section is devoted to STDs. I'm not sure how thoroughly the schools are covering this information right now, but it is very important that your sons learn this information. So please don't be alarmed by the fact that I'm talking about this in a 15-year-old son, but it's just like getting them prepared for anything else. It takes a lot of time to set a good foundation for them. If you start when they're a little younger and they aren't in one of these relationships, you can really make an impact. I'm Dr. M with Anatomy for Kids.